Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News starts now.
Ongoing discussions about possible relief packages as the coronavirus spreads nationwide, what the plan could include and where the two sides stand.
Plus, new changes coming in the city of Bakersfield as they respond to concerns over the virus. We'll tell you what the mayor had to say about those changes.
And later, how local law enforcement agencies are updating their policies, what they want the community to know about in-person responses. Good morning and thanks for joining us for 23 ABC News at 6 a.m. on this Friday. I'm Danielle Kernkamp.
I'm Mike Hart. Glad you're here. Let's start things off with CHP Officer Vaughn Kane standing by with the latest on what's happening on our roadways. Vaughn.
Hey, good morning again, Mike and Danielle. Right now, it's looking really good out there. We'd reported to you that we were receiving reports of a 3-vehicle non-injury crash up on the Grapevine, southbound Interstate 5, near the Gorman exit. But we've been unable to locate that crash. We've checked all up and down the freeway there, and it's looking clear. So if you are in that area, no worries there. And right now, really, the only thing that you need to worry about, we've reported to you a couple of times that we have a big rig that's stalled on eastbound Highway 58, just east of Broome Road, about a half a mile east of Broome Road. And it is occupying or partially occupying the right-hand lane there. They are waiting for a tow truck, and they're telling us it's going to be about another 45 minutes to an hour before they can get that hooked up to a tow truck and out of the roadway. So just watch out for that if you're heading eastbound via Highway 58 into the Tehachapi area this morning. Like I said, that's the only thing. Everything else is looking really good here locally on all of our surface streets and major routes if you're getting ready to head out the door. Danielle, Mike, I'll give it back to you.
Thanks so much, Vaughn. Good updates. I'll actually take it from here because I wanted to show you there along the 58 while they wait for that tow truck. It's raining. They've had about 3/4 of an inch of rain just within the last 24 hours, all out of this system, which is continuing to wrap the moisture up over the top. So it's the most active down into the desert. We have some 40s, but it's been some moderate rain up in the mountains, and you're even seeing some little pink spots there. Some slushy mix coming on down, not accumulating snow, but look at that, 7,700s now in Tehachapi. So they've gotten a good bath in these overnight hours, and some of that has spilled over. Arvin has been pretty wet. Now 4,200s there. But here in Bakersfield, even though we woke up to some wet streets, it was only officially 100th at the airport because, again, that system is down to our south. So it's wrapping over the top. That's why that southeastern portion of Kern County is the wettest. And we'll continue to dry out as the day goes on and get well above average later this afternoon. Still feeling a little humid, but getting some more sunshine too. 70s here on the valley floor, 60s up in the Kern River Valley down into many desert locations, 50s in Tehachapi and Future Park. Fraser Park, your future cast is coming up next.
House Democrats and the Trump administration are closing in on a deal to fight the crippling effects of coronavirus.
On the table, paid sick leave and other financial assistance for struggling families. Here's ABC's Andrew Dimbert with more on the measures being proposed.
Lawmakers on Capitol Hill preparing proposals on the pandemic. After late-night discussions between Democrats and Republicans for coronavirus relief, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says a deal is close to being done. Some relief packages being discussed include paid sick leave, food assistance, and free COVID-19 testing. But there's still confusion, contention, and conflicting statements surrounding test availability in the U.S. The president insisting everything is going according to plan.
Frankly, the testing has been going very smooth.
While top health officials strongly disagree with that assessment.
The system is not really geared to what we need right now, what you are asking for. That is a failing.
And failing, yes.
It is a failing. I mean, let's admit it.
The president himself has not been tested despite interacting with a Brazilian government official at Mar-a-Lago who later came up positive for coronavirus. Other key leaders around the world coming close to COVID-19. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's wife has now tested positive. Here at home, lawmakers demand all Americans have access to free tests.
Do not let a lack of insurance worsen this crisis.
And overseas, the new European travel ban that goes into effect tonight, creating chaos at airports around the world as Americans try to get home.
We're trying to get back home to San Diego. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We were not sure if we would be able to get back in. I spent $3,000 for another flight.
And if Democrats and Republicans agree on a bill, which they fully are expected to, the money would come from that $8.3 billion emergency spending package that the president signed into law last week. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, Washington.
And Bakersfield Mayor Karen Go sat down with 23 ABC to share some of the steps the city's already taking during the outbreak. The city of Bakersfield announcing they'll be postponing or canceling non-essential events and gatherings hosted by the city through the end of March. Some services, though, will still be available.
But what we will have available will be the after-school meal program. We want to make sure that our students and our kids receive the nutrition that they should.
Go also said that changes will be made to city council meetings, limiting their length and social interaction to keep the public safe.
Also, with our city council meeting, we're going to have a truncated agenda. The public will still be able to comment if they want to, but then they can also submit comments in writing. That's what we're encouraging people, just to take those steps that would protect all of us, that would protect their families and our community.
The mayor said that all the new measures in place are precautionary and that it's important to remain calm. 23 ABC and the Scripps national team are airing a 30-minute special Sunday at 6 p.m. Coronavirus The Facts will address important concerns like potential economic impacts, and you'll also see what it's like to have the virus and be stuck in quarantine. Coronavirus The Facts right here on 23 ABC Sunday at 6 p.m.
23 ABC has you covered on all things related to the coronavirus. We have a full list of all the events that have been canceled or postponed. Now, keep in mind, we're continuing to update that list. It's very fluid as the days and weeks progress. So go to our website, turn23.com, or just check, stay connected to all of our social media platforms.
In other news, new information from the investigation into a deadly shooting in central Bakersfield. The victim now being identified as Javier Rodriguez Jr. Here's a photo of the suspect identified by Bakersfield police in the shooting that happened Wednesday on Brundage Lane and H Street. According to BPD, police are looking for the man you see on your screen, Andrew Nehemiah Barraza. Police say the vehicle used in the incident is described as a black 2019 Hyundai Elantra with the license plate AY27U16. If you have any information on Barraza's location, call Bakersfield Police at 327-7111.
The time is officially here. 2020 census mailers have begun arriving in mailboxes. And this year, you have the option of filling out the forms online. All you need is the census ID. That comes in the mailer. Advocates stress the census is vital to communities as it helps to determine the amount of funding that a number of programs can receive. As far as any potential impacts as a result of the coronavirus, census officials say they are currently evaluating that situation.